sure I close Outlook. So, yeah. All right.
All right. I'm still making sure I got everybody on here. If I have not been able to give you permission to record, please let me know. But I think I've given everybody so far. Kofi, congratulations. Thanks for joining us. We'll open for questions for those who are here in attendance. Shannon, let's see here. We'll go. Shannon, we'll start with you, and then go Marley and Derek Piper. Go ahead, Shannon.
Okay, thanks, Kofi. Tomorrow's a pretty big day for you guys and the program. Just being back in the for the title game and Selection Sunday. Just what's it mean to have the program at this level right now?
It means a lot. You know, when I came on my visit, I saw this program. You know, as a losing program. You know, they lost to a really bad team when I came here. I keep saying that every time because like that motivated me to come here. You know, and try to be a part of this change and just being a part of it right now and experiencing it. You know, and this going through the fight every day in practice, going through the fight each and every game with those guys, and you know, accomplishing this good achievement. You know, it's one more. We got more games to come. It's not finished yet, but just being here right now feels so great.
Okay, we'll go next to Marley and then Derek Piper.
Kofi, it seems like your team culture is really being reflected on the court right now. I mean, how would you describe the team culture right now as you guys just continue to rewrite history?
Yeah, man, that's the culture that coach instills in us, man. It's the everyday guys. You know, we come out every day and we work hard in practice. We challenge each other in practice. You know, and when we come out to the games, it's easier, you know, because we go so hard in practice and we push each other. So when we come outside and we got to play somebody else with those guys, you know, we come together as a team, it becomes really way easier for us, you know, to come out there and just do what we do, whether it's being connected on the defensive end, executing on the offensive end. So it's just about, you know, sticking together with those tough guys out there and just being everyday guys, doing what we do every day.
You guys already know your opponent for tomorrow's final. I mean, I'm assuming you knew before you took the court today. I mean, what was it like to know your opponent kind of that far in advance?
I mean, you know, we wasn't focused on that. We was focused on this game right now. So we didn't really watch it. We just heard, you know, from word of mouth, you know. So we weren't really focused on that right before the game. We were just worried about coming out here, doing what we have to do now so we could advance for tomorrow. So wasn't really thinking anything of it.
All right, thanks.
Okay, Derek Piper, you're up, and then Scott Ritchie.
Hey, Kofi, I know you've looked back to that first matchup with Luka last year before. You talked about it being a learning experience, but to progress up to this point where you were dominant against the Big Ten Player of the Year, how do you see that, just the way you've come along and progressed up to this point?
It's all about being a sponge, man. You know, great bigs in the Big Ten each year, both years I play here. You know, last year, it's just about being a sponge, you know, taking as much information and as much knowledge as I can from those guys playing against them, you know. That experience taught me a lot, you know, just to be able to be the player I am right now. So it was just about being a learner, you know, listening, watching, you know, being observant. And, you know, that got me here right now. So I'm really appreciative.
If that's the last time you guys go up against each other, what are you going to remember about the battles that you two had?
So it was always hectic, man. You know, he's a great player. He will be a great player in the future. And I respect the hell out of him. And, you know, it's just about, you know, coming out there and competing, you know, throwing punches, you know, getting punched. And that's what it's about. Just you know, being aggressive and just doing what you got to do for your team.
Thanks, Kofi.
Okay, Scott Ritchie, you're up. Gavin.
Hey, Kofi, you know, Luka got 21 points, but he had to take 21 shots to get it. What did you maybe feel like you did well defensively, you know, against him to at least make it tough?
Yeah, the first couple games I played against him, kind of gave him angles, you know, kind of, you know, reached around him, you know, gave him angle baskets. So Coach Chan, he had mentioned earlier in the season, like, you know, if you forcing him to score through you and he scores it, well, good job. You pat him and you run to the offensive end. That's what I did today. You know, I just walled up, forced him to score through me. He got some angle shots today, but, you know, for the most part, I think I did a really good job of just making him score through me, you know, always putting my body on him.
Yeah, Coach said last night that there wasn't, you know, a ton of celebration after that win. It was just sort of on to the next. What was today like?
Yeah, same thing. You know, that Mamba, the Kobe mentality. You know, job's not finished. You know, we have a long way to go to accomplish what we need to accomplish. So it's just about keeping a level head. You know, knowing that we should be here right now and accepting that we should be here. So we shouldn't really get too high-headed. Just be level-headed and go out there and do what we have to do.
Thank you.
Okay, Gavin, you're up. Jeremy Warner on deck.
Kofi, you guys had 52 points in the paint, and it seemed like Iowa was doing a lot to try and keep you from getting the ball, but you guys were able to keep getting it inside anyway. What does that say about the quality of moving the ball around for you guys today?
Yeah, the quality of moving the ball around is really important. We emphasize that, elevating each other. Giving up a good shot for a great shot, and it's just I got winners on my team, man. When they see something working for them, they keep going to it. I give props to guys like Ayo and Trenton, the veterans. Just knowing how to win and knowing what it feels like. So when they see something working for them, like me getting the ball in the post and scoring, they keep going to it and they give an effort to do it. So it's all props to them.
Iowa's obviously a great three-point shooting team. You guys held them to 33%. How good has this perimeter defense been for you guys, and what's the key, do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely been good. Like I said earlier, Coach Chen, he's a really good defensive coach, and he just emphasized the importance of keeping guys running guys off the fence, basically making sure that we take away guys' three-point shots, because that's the strength of every team in the Big Ten. Every team in the Big Ten has shooters. It's just about running them off the fence and forcing them to make tough twos.
Okay, Jeremy Werner, you're up. Brandon Simberg on deck.
Hey, Kofi, what would winning a Big Ten tournament title, what does that opportunity mean for you guys?
It means a lot. Those guys out there last year, we had the opportunity to come out and compete, and that was stripped away from us. But most of the guys on my team, it's their last time doing it, and just giving them the opportunity to know what that feels like is really huge. That's why I'm out here working so hard. That's why everybody's out here working so hard. It's just like give those seniors and those guys and Ayo, the opportunity to know what that feels like, since it was stripped away from us last time.
I think you guys now have 6 quad 1 wins over the last 3 weeks or something like that. And you guys have another one possible tomorrow. What have you learned about yourselves heading into the NCAA tournament about this, like so many games and so many days against so many good teams?
Yeah, we learned a lot, Coach Fletcher helped us a lot, with just making sure that we recover well, because this time of the season, it's back-to-back games, and it's really good opponents. So it's just about, knowing your body, making sure you're getting enough rest, making sure you're eating enough food, eating enough protein, so your body can recover faster. So that's definitely been an emphasis going to the postseason.
Thanks, Kofi.
Okay, I'm going to try to get just one question per person. We're going to try to get a second player, so we're going to try to move this a little bit quicker. So Brandon, you're up. Robert Rosenthal on deck. Go ahead.
Kofi, Andre had 2 dunks today. Were you surprised, and what did that kind of bring to the team with that kind of energy?
Yeah, I'm never surprised with anything that Andre does, to be honest. He's an excellent player, and everything that he does, I expect it from him, because I know what kind of player he is. I've been around him for a while now to know that he's capable of so much things in life, and he's going to be a really good player, So whenever he does something spectacular, I expect it from him, because that's the kind of player he is.
Okay, Robert Rosenthal, you're up. Mark Pearson on deck, and then we'll go Adam Jardy from Columbus. Go ahead.
Kofi, the timeout with 2:45 left. Iowa cut it to 5, and then the 2 big plays, the rebound, the dunk, and that. Talk me through that scenario.
Repeat that, please. Repeat the last part.
Just curious what was said in that timeout and what the focus was coming out of that when Iowa cut it to 5.
I just told guys, when I came back in the game, I told guys, like, I saw a little, like, some guys, we were just too quiet. We didn't have that energy that we normally have. I don't know why that was, but I just told guys, it's winning time. We have to realize when it's winning time, when it's time to go out there and give it our all, because, 2 minutes left, up 5, anything can happen in that game. So just have to know that's winning time. We got to bring more energy and just play the last 2 minutes the hardest we can. So that was said in the huddle, and guys just came out and they responded.
Okay, we'll go Mark Pearson, Adam, and then Corey, and that'll be it for Kofi. Go ahead, Mark.
Kofi, this is obviously your second game playing in front of fans, but this is it was an Illini crowd today. What can you say to the Illini Nation of how they've showed their support in these 2 games for you guys so far?
It's really special. I think, like I said it over and over again, we have the best fan base in the country, probably in the world. And, like, COVID, they haven't been able to see us, and this is really up here for us. We've been doing really well. For a long time, we haven't been like this. So just, seeing those fans coming out there and now showing that love, being happy, cheering us on, it's a great feeling, just them being able to come out and see us play and do what we do best.
Okay, Adam Jardy from Columbus, and then we'll go with Cordy from WQAD. Go ahead, Adam.
Hi, Kofi. You guys have had some really interesting, good battles with Ohio State this season. Kyle Young's not going to play. I know he's a guy you've matched up with occasionally. What do you see in the matchup with Ohio State, and how do you see that impacting things that Kyle won't be playing for them?
I think Ohio State is a really good team. You know, they're a good team with depth, and like Kyle Young not being in the game doesn't change anything for us. You know, we're still going to come with the same approach. You know, we're going to respect them, and we're going to come out and play and try to play as hard as we can. You know, try to come out and get a W. That's it.
Okay, Corey, Corey Couple, and then we'll that'll be in for Kofi. Go ahead, Corey.
Hey, Kofi, to beat Iowa twice, knowing there's so much hype around their program, your program this year, what does that mean to this program to do it in the semifinals to advance to the championship? And you really locked down defensively on them twice this year.
It means a lot. You know, Iowa is a really great program historically and in the past couple of years. So, like, just to come out there, you know, and compete with them, you know, it's always been a rivalry with us two teams. And just to come out there and compete like that and play our best basketball pretty much, you know, and get the W's, it's really important, you know.
All right, Kofi, thank you very much. We're going to have Andre Curbelo following Kofi here. Thank you, Kofi.
Thank you very much.
Congrats.